Now, here's something we need to focus on, because, you know, it just is so bizarre. Iowa Congressman Steve King sparked outrage for a tweet many blasted as racist, and then he doubled down on it during a CNN interview. Take a look.
Well, of course, I meant exactly what I said, as it always is the case, Chris. You cannot rebuild your civilization with somebody else's babies. You've got to keep your birth rate up, and that you need to teach your children your values. And in doing so, then you can grow your population, and you can strengthen your culture, you can strengthen your way of life. If you go down the road a few generations or maybe centuries with the intermarriage, I'd like to see an America that's just so homogenous that we look a lot the same from that perspective. I think there's been far too much focus on race, especially in the last 8 years, and I want to see that put behind us.
Okay, so Pete.
Oh, Pete.
How can I put this?
Steve. Whatever your name is.
Whatever. Are you saying there's too many people of color? Because this is the problem I have. I know that you are the child of immigrants, right? Your mom has a very long lineage here in the United States. But what do you think would have happened if she decided she didn't like your Irish father? Now, if you look at this country, years ago, the Irish were considered as low as anyone. The Italians were considered low as anyone. We had all kinds of laws trying to keep people out. So what do you think would have happened if your mother decided to believe as you believe? You probably wouldn't have been born and we wouldn't be having this conversation.
That would have been good.
I find his theory is confusing, because he says at one point he wants a homogenous society, but then goes on to say, but people keep focusing on race. So he contradicts himself in that line. But the thing that should have been a big red flag for him, if he doesn't realize what he's saying, which is possible, is you might be a racist when David Duke tweets you, God bless Steve King.
Yes.
That should be a sign that you need to go back into your room, listen to yourself a little, maybe reassess, and come back out.
But doesn't he have a history of this kind of behavior? And that's what I don't understand. I mean, he's on the Judiciary Committee, right?
I mean, the Republicans again. Where are y'all?
Like, why is he reelected by the Iowans then? Why is he reelected when he has this history?
Well, I just said this. Sunny and I were just talking. I'm from Iowa, and on my Facebook page, a lot of people I grew up with are saying out, you know, we do not support this. He does not support us.
Then they I'd come out and vote. And
well, they better, because it was an embarrassment. I don't think Iowa wants to be associated right now. The people I know.
His district is 90-something% white, so they like him.
Yeah, but white people
not all white people feel that way.
His district apparently does, because he's been there.
Well, I don't know if they realize that they are also a majority of them. There's unless you're a Native American, hun.
None of us are.
You know, you're not native to the land. Okay, you're not native to the land. And if, as you were talking about, Joy, you know, this tweet initiated because he was giving kudos to the gentleman in the Netherlands, another very really racist,
right-wing,
horrifying, right-wing, crazy. So my point is this. Well, I got some money that I saved up. I'll get your ticket. If you really like the way of life that this man has suggested, go on and go over there. Where everybody may think like you do.
But they don't.
They don't. And it doesn't fly. This doesn't fly in America, babe. I know that, you know, some folks don't realize that the white majority babies of color now outnumber non-Hispanic white babies, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. On July 1st, 2015, the population of racial or ethnic minority babies was 50.2%. We're evening up.
Don't you think that is what is driving these people crazy?
Maybe.
They are in a white panic. They're in a white panic. It's like, oh my God, all the white people will be gone.
But what did they think was happening in America? I mean, it's America.
The great melting pot is supposed to be the great melting pot.
There are people that make an argument for assimilation that say that when people come to the United States from other countries, what they want is for them to be patriotic, to support our Constitution, to share a love of America.
Some of the people that are coming.
And that's different. That's not what this guy is saying, though. So don't use people. I see people defending him online using this argument of assimilation. Don't group people who are calling for assimilation and appreciation of America and our Constitution
This country has never
in
been
with
about
what he's
assimilation.
saying.
It's always been the
But
great
there are-
melting pot. It's a country of immigrants.
Right,
It
but
has always been.
I think you would agree. No, but I think you would agree that if you're going to be here, you know, and you're going to be a citizen, you're going to try to become a citizen, you should support our Constitution. That's a separate argument. That's not what this
Has
guy is
nothing
saying.
to do with the
Let me
color
just
of your
say,
skin.
It has
Right.
nothing. That's
Zero.
right. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what she
This
said.
guy is making it about what people look like. When you make it about what people
He's in
look
a white
like,
panic.
that
He-
sounds
let Jenna tell you,
racist.
Like this term, the white
He's
panic.
he's a white supremacist.
On what-
He's no better than David Duke, and he's in office. That's what's scary.
I just want to. Whoopi said before, though, just to call attention. You asked about Republicans.
It's happening all over the world.
Paul Ryan did disagree with his comments.
No,
Sean Spicer.
Paul Ryan had somebody else say that.
Right,
just-
I'm agreeing with you that
Okay.
Republicans need to step up more. Sean Spicer said that the president believes that he's the president of all Americans, does not agree with this. But what I'm saying to you,
Where's the
Republicans...
president? That's what he-
right.
he said.
This is worthy of
He's
comment.
asking the microwave.
You have to
President
come
Bannon,
forward.
Wait a minute. President Bannon must agree with him.
Well,
It's not enough to say this on a topic like this. It's not enough to just send somebody out. You
That's
need
right.
to step up and say this is not representative of
But he's
our
never
country.
going to do that. He's never going to do that. And remember when President Obama had that speech about race, everyone came down on him and said he talked too much about race. And so I don't think that the Republicans understand that this is really divisive. And our country is divided.
Well, there's no homogeny.
And we need to talk
And
about
you need to
It's
call
what you
out
said,
people
but
of
the
your
only
own party.
recognizable
Yeah.
part is a brown skin tone.
Yes.
So we're all a combination
We're
of things.
all a
Right.
combination.
Only one you recognize.
This guy was one of the early supporters of the birther lie that was perpetrated
Yes.
by your president.
Yes.
King?
Well, you know,
Yeah.
I demand.
Mr. King, my offer stands. You know, y'all are always trying to get rid of me. You first. We'll be right back. We'll be with more Hot Topics.